Hello, my name is Skylar Hollis, and today we'll be discussing an insight into the Mexican culture. Well, first and foremost, Mexico is predominantly, its culture is just formed through Spanish and indigenous cultures surrounding the area. While America, its culture is formed largely through various European, African, Asian, and native cultures. Both have their own set of values, food, language, tech, and architecture, etc. They're both very different and similar countries and cultures. Well, on to our first point. Our first point will be language. Language is a very important aspect of culture. It shapes the way we think, the way we convey and present new ideas, and just overall determines who we are as people. It just has a very good impact. First, Mexico, its national language is Spanish. Spanish is spoken by 92.7% of the population, and the rest being indigenous languages. Next, America. America has no national language, but mainly spoken English, and by 96% of the population. They both share the same roots and a lot of history. They both have a Latin-based root, and despite this, they are very different with contrasting grammatical and writing systems. Also, in America, you have to be able to write, speak, and read English in order to become a citizen. This can all be found on pwhispanic.org. Now, our next point will be religion. Religion is also another very important aspect when it comes to culture. It can determine how a country really functions and just overall the people and what they believe in. Mexico, 82% of Mexicans consider themselves Roman Catholic. This is very important because when that much of a culture believes that, they believe in something like that, it has a very large impact on the country politically and systematically. The church has a very great influence and uniformity in faith. It controls society, customs, and traditions. Now, when it comes to America, 76% of the population has an affiliation with Christian religious beliefs, but only 24% of them consider themselves Catholic. This is important, except for the fact that America has a good separation between the church and the state. So not a lot of things it doesn't have a very good influence on the political side things, and that's a very big difference between the two cultures and countries. This can be found on CIA.gov. You can see just through the graphs themselves the very big difference. On to the next point. The last point being food. See, this is something just very different because America, we're very diverse with our taste. We have wide variety of Asian, Hispanic, and African and European foods, just very different, wide variety of taste. While Mexico, they're mainly influenced by the Spanish cultures and with their spices, herbs, and just overall, just their indigenous people from the surrounding areas. Now, in conclusion, Mexico is a rich culture built from many groups of society, such as the indigenous people. They associate themselves with a lot of cultural varieties, traditions, languages, and also religion. But also, America is just very different because we're a whole lot more diverse and accepting, and Mexico is just overall, they're a very conservative country and culture where they have a set ground of beliefs and like to be themselves.